Hello everybody and welcome back to Coldover, where we need to get ourselves up to 4,000 population. And to that end, I think we're going to go ahead and go onto speed 3 for a little bit here. Hello, that's 2,000 right there. So we can now actually get the ore industry specialization. So that's nice. We also have access to highways, but we don't have access to the highways with sound barriers, which is what we really need. However, we do get access to water pipe with heating pipes, as well as things like geothermal heating plants. So, we're going to have to do some of that. So I think we'll go through and replace our existing water pipes. Boiler stations and geothermal heating plants are quite expensive, though. So we may actually have to save up some money first. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and do that. And in the meantime, we may want to expand our commercial area over here. Something like that. We're good on water, right? Yes, we are. Fantastic. Yeah, we could build a shelter, I suppose. But I'm not too interested in that just yet. What we do need, however, is, relatively soon, a cemetery. There's also elder care and child health centers, which are relatively new. Increases the birth rate within the building's radius and offers health services to children and teens, creating a health benefit. Whereas this is specifically targeted at the elderly, which creates a health benefit and extends the lifespan of the elderly within the building's radius. Ah, and it's a pretty large radius, too. Interesting. The building itself is fairly large, but if we place it somewhere like here, which of course would be a bad place to place it, if we place it somewhere like here, then it can cover somewhere between, honestly, almost 4 meta blocks. It's kind of expensive, though, so that's for sure. More importantly, though, right now we need a cemetery. So I'm going to put one, let's see, I'm just checking. Yeah, that fits there. I'm going to put a cemetery right there. Excellent. And of course, we will need to change our industrial location soon enough. And I did want to look out over here in the resources map mode. There's ore right here that we could potentially almost get, or over here as well. I think our best bet currently is probably to grab this tile right here. Like so. And then we'll try to grab this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's going to be kind of an awkward shape. And then if we can get anything else beyond that, we'll try to grab what's the word I'm looking for? The rest of this peninsula as much as we can. And yeah, we will definitely do some road tolls. Just not quite yet. So we're currently at 2,300 population. And that's going to need to go up to 4,000. Yep, I'm aware of those new buildings, but we can't really afford to get them just yet. I want to check our loans. Okay, a lot of our loan payment is, or rather, a lot of our income is going to this loan right now. But I think we're still making enough. I think we can just pay off this loan. I wish our city would have more parks. Bleak and gray. Yeah, that's about correct for this city. I mean, I suppose we could look into more parks. We could have, theoretically... How large is this? That radius isn't huge, and I wouldn't want to put it here. Realistically, we'd probably want to have it off over here somewhere, but that would only increase opinion in some locations. But if we were to mirror it, that's a possibility, I suppose. I'm just checking to see if these have different radii. And they seem to have the same radius. Okay. Interesting. So this would need to be relatively centrally located in a meta block like this. There we go. Excellent. Now we are having a bit of a garbage issue. And we may want to put in a... well, we have a landfill here, right? Or that's a snow dump. Okay. I think we're going to want to put in a landfill for right now. We're going to want to get rid of it eventually. But this recycling center is not keeping up with what we need. So, I mean, this is just going to offset the problem. Don't get me wrong. But, it'll delay the issue for a while. Because ultimately we're going to need something to do with all this fuel. All this trash. We're going to go for an incineration plant for that. But we're a ways away from that currently. But what we do need right now is some residential. So I'm just going to take this out over this way, like so. And we are just going to put in a little bit more residential. How are we doing water-wise? Okay. So we need to grab ourselves some additional water going out this way, although I messed that up. Let's just get this up to that same position. There we go. That'll do. Oh, what was that? Irrelevant. Okay. Excellent. We definitely need to get these upgraded. And we may want to get an additional road coming down over here. Like so that they're not all piled onto this road. There we go. Now we're currently at 58,000 in our bank, so we should probably consider putting down a geothermal heating plant. That's an interesting size. Which means that we're going to be best off having it going this way, off of one of our side roads. Almost certainly. But even then, yeah, even then it's going to be too wide to fit in a standard block, so we'll have to make some special accommodations for it. But for right now, we'll go ahead and do that. And then we're going to need to replace these over here. And I'll just do this one section at a time. So this would come down to here. Those are very expensive to build. Okay. Those are very expensive to build. I did not realize that heating pipes were this expensive. Oh, and the pipe connection is over here. I didn't realize that either. Okay, we'll take this right over like so. And then we'll hook that into the rest of our system. And we'll have to do this just a bit at a time. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to need to push our water out over this way. 4,700. We'll just push it out to here for now. And then 2,600 over here. So this is going to be a little bit of a project to replace all of these central ones with heating pipes. These ones out over here, they don't need to be heating pipes, though. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. So we're just going to save up some money here. What is our heating output is 80 megawatts. Ah, okay. So there's a heating readout here. We're currently consuming 56 megawatts of heating. With just this little bit. In a park, at home, or on a construction site.
Interesting.
In the meantime, you'll have all the fun that bowling can provide. So come on back and be reminded that
Well, for right now, we can make this area over here be residential. Because we really need to get to 4,000 population. That's our current only goal. What is going on here?
Not enough educated workers. Okay, we do have an elementary school here, but we do need another. And we don't currently have a high school, and we do need one. So we should probably get some of those structures down. We'll need another elementary school, and we can place that here for now. It may need to be moved. And how much is a high school? 24,000. Okay. So we'll just need to make sure to get some of that done. And as soon as we hit 4,000 population, then we can overhaul some of this. To that end, temporarily, I'm going to zone this over here as residential as well. It may not stay that way, but that's the plan for right now.
Dino Oil is proud to continue by using their eons old dead.
Okay, and this became abandoned because we did not have enough educated workers for it. That's fine. Now they do want some residential. We're going to need to do something about that. I'm going to go ahead and take this down to here. Like so. Excellent. We apparently are having a bit of a dumping issue of our sewage treatment. And that's because we don't have power out here. Okay, so that's actually... yeah, it's our electricity consumption right now. Because everybody's running their furnace right now, we are going to need some additional power creation. We can't really afford another coal power plant, and I kind of don't want to get another one. We don't need to bump it up by much, so instead, I'm just going to put down an advanced solar turbine, or an advanced wind turbine there, and that should produce the power that we need for now. Excellent. Okay. Apparently there's fire issues? Well, let's take a quick look at that. I mean, maybe a little bit. We could probably use another fire station up over here, but those are expensive. Yeah, actually this is police. What am I talking about? This is fire. We could definitely use another fire station up in this region over here. But again, those are expensive. So for right now, let's just go ahead and bring this road over, because we need a little bit more commercial. Let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4 of these long blocks. So one more here. Like so. And this would connect out over here. This would connect up right there. And then this would go down 960 and connect in over here. So yeah, this is going to have to be relocated, obviously. Interestingly, it does look like this is basically on par, but yeah, these roads are going to have to be moved. Is this area that could have been industrial but wasn't? Okay, we'll do that for now. We're currently at 3,800 in terms of our population. And again, this is temporary zoning here. I'm just trying to get to 4,000 right now. Yeah, we can do a disaster response unit. We don't need one right now, but I do think we need a fire station up over here. So we'll put one in there. And I do want to get that high school in as soon as possible. But that'll probably have to wait till we hit 4,000 and get the cash infusion. We're almost there. We still have some demand for industrial. This is going to change, though. Once we get to 4,000, we'll be able to make our oil industry. And there we go. Oil industry specialization. Fantastic. We also got access to highways with sound barriers, so we're going to need to redo some of our things. We also got hospitals, police headquarters, fire stations, oil power plants, which is important because we're going to be producing oil, road maintenance depots, fire helicopter depots. This is a lot of things. Geothermal power plants. Interesting. Okay, general hospital as well. So, to that end, we're going to need to do a couple of things. First off, we need to put in a high school. That is kind of the top priority right now, is to educate some of our workers. So I'm going to put in a high school up over here. There we go. Excellent. Next, we're going to come down over here, and we are going to go into our industry map mode, or this map mode here, technically. And then we can't be in that while creating the districts, apparently, but I can just barely make out the shape of this thing. We can't go below here for now, but it would be something like that. Is that correct? I think it is. Yeah, that looks about right. Excellent. So this is going to be an oil industry down over here. Just like that. Okay. Now how can we see how much oil there actually is here? Because I think there's a finite amount. Yeah, this is how much oil we have available right now. Which is quite a lot of oil. So, to that end, we are going to need to go ahead and build this road going over here. And then we're going to build a road here. I have no idea how this is going to line up with the meta blocks. Maybe I should have thought of that. I guess we'll run this down. So this would be going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this would be a 960. So we'll take this over 960 like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that over. This would then be a 960 block and over like that. And now we're starting to get into the district over here a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that over. And then this here would be a 960 block. Okay. So right there. That's awkward. This does not line up at all. Okay. Why doesn't that line up? It feels like that should line up. But I guess it doesn't. I must have made a mistake over here. That's okay. We'll get rid of all of this. And then this would come over like so. This would come over to here, like that. And we can put in our first oil industry area down over here. Of course, we are going to need some piping down here, and getting heat pipes all the way over here, that's going to be exciting in terms of cost. I think for right now, we're just going to run water pipes over, because I really can't afford to put heat pipes down over here just yet. So we're going to do something like that. Then we're going to need to get power down here, which is going to be exciting cost-wise. Yeah. We're going to have to wait for some money to come in. So we're going to take this down to about here, 3960, so there we go. Excellent. And then this will just simply be industrial. And then we'll also do this down over here. So we can put in some oil industry right down here. Excellent. And as we expand this, we are going to take this out and relocate some aspects of it. Okay, our oil industry is under construction. We appear to be low on energy right now, and I guarantee you that the reason we are currently low on energy, and I just need to extend this pipe out a little bit to get this, I guarantee you the reason we're currently low on energy is because it's 22.4 below 0 Celsius. So we require more heating currently, and we're not outputting all that much heat, or, well, we are outputting some heat. But our heating consumption is actually almost maxed, as is. And we're only heating this little area. So we definitely need some more power generation for right now. But we can't really afford it. I do want to put an oil power plant down in this region over here. Perhaps over here. Those cost 50k though. And we do need more residential. For right now, I don't really want to be spending additional money, so we're just going to do something like that. That's all temporary, some of that's going to get taken out. In fact, all of this up here, this is all temporary. And it's going to be changed later on once we have access to dense residential and dense commercial. But we can just take a quick look at our oil industry down over here. It looks like that's developing reasonably well. We do need to extend our water pipes over here, not heat pipes. So I'm just going to run our water pipe down over here for right now. This is, again, temporary. And actually, we're going to have to take this out of here because it doesn't want to connect up. Okay, so that's temporary there. Excellent. So there's that water under control. Fantastic. Now we're still having some electricity issues. I do really want to put in that oil power plant. We could pay this off and get another 17k by retaking this loan. It's a potential option. Now we only need 10k more. Excellent. And of course we have some power issues down over here. We're just waiting on getting that extra 50k. Not extra 50k. At this point we only need 5k. We have 90%. So we'll just place this right here for now. It may get moved later on. Yeah, I'm working on the power. There you go. And we'll just connect this to the rest of the grid, like so. We can take that out later. That outputs 120 megawatts, and it burns oil, which we're extracting here. So that's great. We do need more workers, of course. We're having some, water issues over here. Yeah, that would be a thing. There we go. That should solve that for now. Fantastic. Okay, so now we need additional residential. When do we unlock dense residential? That is at 6,000. Okay, we'll just go ahead and put some residential over on this side over here. Excellent. So our next goal is 6,000 people. At some point soon, when we start accumulating a little bit more money, we're going to have to take out these roads here and replace them with elevated highways. That should be okay. Those are relatively expensive, but we should be fine on that front. And of course, we still need to go through and replace all of this with heating pipes, eventually. Our heating consumption is currently over our capacity already, with just a geothermal heating plant. And I just want to take a quick look here. Boilers output 120 megawatts, and what do they boil with? They use oil to produce heat? Okay. And it's just that the geothermal doesn't produce pollution, but we kind of don't care about pollution. Okay, it looks like we might have some water availability issues. Or we did? It's getting close. At any rate, we do need to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to push for 6,000 population. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.